this is decided. You are coming to Paris for your next vacation. And now you have to ask yourself a question. In which neighborhood are you going to stay? In this video, I will show you the 5 best neighborhoods for you to stay in Paris.
I am going to show you the most charming and vibrant areas of the city that will make your trip to Paris unforgettable. Starting with the Latin Quarter, I will show you what is to be seen and done in the neighborhood, what kind of hotel or Airbnb you could stay at, and how easy it is to get to the rest of Paris with transports. After the Latin Quarter, we will take a look at the Saint-Germain-des-Prés neighborhood, le Marais, Louvre, Opéra, Grand Boulevard, and finally Montmartre. Oh yes, for the Eiffel Tower freaks, I'll add a last neighborhood, for me not so interesting, but that you might consider. Le Quartier Latin, or the Latin Quarter, is a historic and intellectual neighborhood in Paris that is known for its universities, bookshops, cafes, and charming medieval streets. It is located on the left bank of the Seine River and covers part of the 5th and 6th arrondissements of Paris. The Latin Quarter has a rich cultural heritage and has been a center of learning and creativity for centuries. Some of the most popular sites to see in the Latin Quarters include the Panthéon. This impressive neoclassical building was originally built as a church, but was later converted into a mausoleum for France's most distinguished citizens, including Voltaire, Victor Hugo, and Marie Curie. The Arène de Lutèce, a well-preserved ancient Roman amphitheater located in the heart of the Quartier Latin, is a unique and fascinating historical site in Paris, offering visitors a glimpse into the city's rich and varied past. It is also a popular spot for locals to relax and socialize, with the surrounding park serving as a popular gathering place for picnics and outdoor activities.
It's a great place for lunch break. Bon appétit.
Le Jardin des Plantes is a historic botanical garden known for its scientific research and diverse plant collections. The garden covers 28 hectares and features over 4,500 plant species, as well as historic buildings and monuments. The Grande Galerie de l'Évolution is a highlight of the garden, showcasing the evolution of life on Earth through an impressive collection of taxidermied animals. The gallery is a must-see attraction for visitors interested in natural history and biology. Hosting the oldest tree of Paris, opposite Notre Dame, the Quartier Latin is also a place where you can find Shakespeare and Company. This is a famous English-language bookstore that has been a hub for writers and intellectuals since the 1920s. It is located on the Rue de la Bûcherie and is a must-visit for book lovers, despite the queue. There are a little less than 150 Airbnb apartments in the Latin Quarter. Very different one to the other, it could be an interesting solution. And when it comes to hotels, prices here are a little bit cheaper than in the other neighborhoods. You can still expect to pay in between 250 and 400 euro for a room for a night in the summer. Public transportation in the Latin Quarter is reliable and convenient, offering a variety of options for travelers to explore the neighborhood and beyond. There are 3 metro lines, line 4, 7 and 10, and 2 RER lines, B, which is direct from Charles de Gaulle Airport, and C, serving a total of 9 stations. In addition to the metro, the Quartier Latin is also served by numerous bus routes which provide connections to other parts of the city. By the way, I forgot to tell you, you know who lives in this neighborhood? Yes, Emily. In Paris, she lives in this building. So, I've shown you just a few of the many sights to see in the Latin Quarter. It's a neighborhood that has something for everyone, from history and culture to food and entertainment. To go to our next neighborhood, Saint-Germain, we'll walk through the wonderful Luxembourg Gardens, which is adjacent to the two neighborhoods. I've always loved watching my children push boats on the Luxembourg Gardens pond during the beautiful days of a Parisian summer. On this channel, I make my best to present to you each week the most useful information about Paris. Subscribing will show me that you appreciate my efforts. So, if you like what you see, don't hesitate. The Saint-Germain neighborhood is one of the most chic and fashionable areas in Paris, known for its upscale boutiques, art galleries, cafes, and historic landmarks. It is located on the left bank of the Seine River and covers part of the 6th arrondissement of Paris. Saint-Germain has a rich cultural heritage and has been a gathering place for artists, writers, and intellectuals for centuries. Some of the most popular sites to see in Saint-Germain include the Saint-Germain-des-Prés Church, which is a beautiful Romanesque church that dates back to the 6th century. It has a rich history and has been a place of worship for many notable figures throughout the centuries. The Café de Flore on Boulevard Saint-Germain is a famous café that has been a meeting place for writers, artists, and intellectuals since the 1920s. It is located on the Boulevard Saint-Germain and is a great place to soak up the atmosphere of the neighborhood. Just nearby, Les Deux Magots. This is another famous café that has been a gathering place for writers, artists, and intellectuals since the 19th century. It is known for its Art Deco interior and its gourmet menu. Musée d'Orsay is here too. This is a world-renowned museum that is located in a former railway station and is dedicated to the art of the 19th and early 20th century. It features an impressive collection of paintings, sculptures, and decorative arts. As we've already seen, we also have the Luxembourg Gardens. This is a beautiful park that covers over 60 acres and features manicured gardens, fountains, and a palace that houses the French Senate. It's a great place to relax, take a stroll, or have a picnic. The Pont des Arts is a pedestrian bridge over the Seine. It is known for its romantic atmosphere and has become a popular spot for couples to attach love locks to the bridge railings, something you can't do anymore today. The bridge also offers stunning views of the city, including the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre. These are just a few of the many sights to see in Saint-Germain. It is a neighborhood that has a rich cultural heritage and a vibrant contemporary scene, making it a great destination for visitors of all interests. The Saint-Germain neighborhood is also well connected by public transportation. It has several metros and RER stations, with lines 4 and 10 for the metro and RER B and C, which provide easy access to other parts of the city, and also Charles de Gaulle Airport and Versailles. There are also several bus lines that run through the area. Additionally, the neighborhood has several Vélib bike sharing stations, which is a convenient and eco-friendly way to get around. Not as extensive as the Latin Quarter, there are fewer Airbnbs and hotels in Saint-Germain. However, you can find very interesting hotels here, such as the Hôtel du Danube, which I presented to you in depth in a previous video. Check the link on the top right. In terms of price, Saint-Germain will be a little more expensive than the Latin Quarter, with rooms from 300 to 600 euro per night in the summer. Strolling along the Seine on the quays of the Saint-Germain neighborhood on a pleasant summer evening, admiring the Louvre from the other side of the river, what better way to end a day in Paris? Well, that's a pleasant transition to our next district, Louvre, Opéra, Grand Boulevard. The Louvre Opéra Grand Boulevard neighborhood is located in the heart of Paris in the 1st and 2nd arrondissement, and a little bit of the 9th too. This part of Paris is known for its elegant architecture, world-class museums, upscale shopping, and vibrant nightlife. It is a bustling and cosmopolitan area that attracts visitors from all over the world, offering an array of attractions and experiences to suit every taste. Here are some of the most popular sites to see in the Louvre Opéra Grand Boulevard neighborhood. Musée du Louvre. This is one of the world's most famous museums, housing an extensive collection of art and artifacts from throughout human history, including the iconic Mona Lisa painting. Opéra Garnier. This is a stunningly beautiful opera house that was built in the 19th century and is known for its ornate architecture and grandiose interiors. Galeries Lafayette, of course. This is a world-renowned department store that offers a wide range of luxury goods from high-end fashion to gourmet food. And of course, if you go to the Galeries Lafayette, do not miss the Printemps next to it. Place Vendôme. This is a picturesque square that is surrounded by upscale boutiques and jewelry shops. It is also home to the famous Vendôme column. Palais Royal. This is a beautiful palace that was once the residence of French royalty. Today, it houses government offices and a number of chic boutiques and cafés, and the famous Colonne de Buren. Passage. Some of the oldest and most beautiful covered shopping arcades in Paris, dating back to the 19th century, are in this neighborhood. They are home to a variety of shops and restaurants and a nice place to hang out when it's raining. Grand Boulevard. It's a series of famous boulevards lined with historic buildings and theaters. They are also home to a number of trendy bars and clubs, making it a popular nightlife destination. Le Bouillon Chartier, one of the most famous moderately priced restaurants in Paris, is located 20 meters from the Grand Boulevard. If you want to know more about this restaurant, do not hesitate to click on the link at the top right. These are just a few of the many sights to see in the Louvre Opéra Grand Boulevard neighborhood. It is a neighborhood that is full of culture, elegance, and excitement, and is a must-visit destination for anyone traveling to Paris. 6 metro lines, more than 10 metro stations on the Area A, and also countless bus lines. This is without doubt the district best served by public transport in this video. You even have a direct connection to Charles de Gaulle Airport via the Roissy bus at Opéra. The neighborhood is also very rich in hotels or AirBnB, with several hundreds possibilities, with prices varying between 200 and 500 euro per night in summer. I personally recommend the Hotel Saint-Marc, a stone's throw from the Grand Boulevard and the Opera, which has a real swimming pool, very pleasant in summer after working all day. The link here at the top right will guide you to a video where I tell you about my stay at this hotel. Montmartre is a picturesque and bohemian neighborhood in Paris that is known for its artistic and cultural heritage, its stunning views of the city, and its charming cobbled streets. It is located on a hill in the 18th arrondissement of Paris. So, what is there to be seen in Montmartre? You can see it from everywhere in Paris. The Sacré-Cœur is a stunning white basilica that sits at the top of the hill in Montmartre. It offers panoramic views of the city and is one of the most popular landmarks in Paris. Moulin Rouge is a world-famous cabaret that has been entertaining audiences since the last 19th century. It is known for its high-energy shows, glamorous costumes, and iconic windmill. Place du Tertre, this bustling square, is known for its lively atmosphere. It's a great place to see artists at work, have a portrait drawn, or pick up a unique souvenir. Maison Rose? Come here to see one of the most Instagrammed houses in Paris. The Je t'aime wall near metro station Abbesse is a mural covered in the words I love you in over 300 languages. Visitors from all over the world come to see and take pictures of the wall, which has become a symbol of love and unity. These are just a few of the many sights to see in Montmartre. It is a neighborhood that is full of history, culture and creativity, and it is a must-visit destination for anyone who loves art, literature or Parisian charm. While Montmartre is a popular tourist destination, it can also be a more affordable option for budget-conscious travelers than the other neighborhoods we've talked about. There are many budget-friendly accommodations in the area, including hostels and budget hotels. A night here in the summer would cost in between 150 to 300 euro. Montmartre is well connected to the rest of Paris by public transport. The metro is the most convenient way to travel to and around Montmartre. If there is only one metro station inside Montmartre, Abbesse, there are many around the neighborhood on lines 2 and 12. An interesting option is to take bus 40. As it's a small-sized bus, it goes everywhere on the Montmartre hill, even on the small cobbled ways. There's also a funicular if you're visiting the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. You can take it up to the top of the hill instead of walking up the stairs. Talking about walking, Montmartre is a compact neighborhood and many of the attractions are within walking distance of each other. So walking is a great way to soak up the atmosphere of the area and discover hidden gems along the way. But Montmartre being hilly, it's not for the faint of heart. Le Marais, which you can translate as the swamp, is one of the oldest neighborhoods in Paris, known for its charming narrow streets, 17th century architecture, fashionable boutiques, art galleries, museums, and trendy bars and restaurants. It straddles the 3rd and the 4th arrondissement, with the Seine bordering its southern limit. Le Marais is considered the LGBTQ+ district of Paris, with a rich history of being a center for gay nightlife and culture. The neighborhood is home to many LGBTQ+ owned businesses, including bars, restaurants, and shops, and hosts the annual Paris Pride Parade. Le Marais is a great place to stroll around and discover hidden courtyards, beautiful squares, and historic landmarks. So, what are the must-sees in Le Marais? Place des Vosges is a beautiful square surrounded by elegant red brick buildings with arcades on the ground floor. It was built in the early 17th century and is considered the oldest planned square in Paris. There are 3 things to do when you are at Place des Vosges. First, buy some macarons at Carrette. Carrette is one of the 6 best macaron makers in Paris, as you can see in one of my previous videos. Check the link here on the top right. Second, you can visit Victor Hugo's house. And third, and I recommend it, pass under a small arch to discover the magnificent 17th century Hôtel de Sully. Only 200 meters from the Place des Vosges is the very interesting and free Musée Carnavalet. This museum is housed in 2 adjacent mansions and is dedicated to the history of Paris. It's a great way to better understand Paris as it tells the story of the city from its beginnings to the present day. Rue des Rosiers, 300 meters from the Musée Carnavalet, is the heart of the Jewish quarter in Le Marais, and it is a great place to explore the history, culture, and cuisine of the Jewish community in Paris. A little further away, Centre Pompidou is a contemporary art museum that is known for its unique architecture, which features exposed ducts and pipes on the outside of the building. When you have seen or visited Pompidou, I recommend you to get to Bachir on Rue Rambuteau for an excellent Lebanese ice cream. I tasted it, it was delicious. On the other side of the Marais, Place de la Bastille is a historic square that is known for its role in the French Revolution. Today, it is home to the 2nd opera in Paris, after Opéra Garnier, but it's also the place from which many of these demonstrations of which the French are so fond are starting. The Hôtel de Ville is the city hall of Paris, and it is located at the south of the neighborhood, just near the Seine River. It is a magnificent building with a grand facade and a beautiful interiors. Finally, the Marché des Enfants Rouges, on the north of the neighborhood, is the oldest covered market in Paris, dating back to the 17th century. Today, it is a vibrant and diverse market offering a wide variety of fresh produce, gourmet foods, and international cuisine. These are just a few of the many sights to see in Le Marais. It is a vibrant and exciting neighborhood that has something for everyone, from history buffs to fashionistas to foodies. Le Marais is well connected to the rest of Paris, with various public transport options available. The metro lines that serve the area include Line 1, which runs through the heart of the neighborhood, Line 8 and Line 11. Additionally, there are several bus routes that pass through the area, as well as several Vélib bike-sharing stations. The neighborhood is also easily accessible by taxi and rideshare services. Le Marais is a popular neighborhood for tourists visiting Paris, and as such, there are many hotels and Airbnb options available in the area. Among all the hotels available there, I recommend to you Villa Beaumarchais, just 300 meters from the Place des Vosges, but set in very calm surroundings. Check the link here on the top right for a review of this hotel. There you go! We have seen the 5 neighborhoods where I advise you to stay during a future trip to Paris, all with an excellent offer in hotels or Airbnb, breathtaking places to see or visit, and central enough to be close to everything by public transport. But wait, I hear a puzzled subscriber prompting me. What about the Eiffel Tower neighborhood? Well, in fact, if the Eiffel Tower neighborhood, let's call it Eiffel Tower Invalides, is very pleasant, I find it a bit out of the way and far from everything. But okay, let's add a +1 to our list of the 5 best neighborhoods to stay in Paris. So, the Eiffel Tower Invalides neighborhood is located in the 7th arrondissement and is known for having the Eiffel Tower in it. I'm not going to introduce you to the Iron Lady, I think it's useless. Besides her, in this neighborhood, we also find the Hôtel des Invalides, a complex of buildings that was built in the 17th century and is now home to several museums and a beautiful church, the Cathedral Saint-Louis des Invalides. Just near the Invalides is the very interesting Rodin Museum, dedicated to the works of the famous sculptor Auguste Rodin. It is located in a beautiful mansion surrounded by gardens that feature some of Rodin's most famous works. Finally, the Alexandre III beautiful bridge spans the Seine River and offers stunning views of the Eiffel Tower and Les Invalides. It is known for its Art Nouveau lamps, cherubs, and gilded statues. In this neighborhood, there are a lot of hotels that add Tour Eiffel to their name, but in fact, not so many that do offer a nice view of the Eiffel Tower. Check my video about the 10 best hotels with an Eiffel Tower view. 9 are in this neighborhood. When it comes to public transport, you have 2 metro lines, 8 and 6, and the RERC in the neighborhood. Lines 10 and 13 also have stations on the border of this neighborhood. Et voilà! Now you know everything you need to know to be able to choose in which of these 5+1 neighborhoods you will stay the next time you come to Paris. And because several of my subscribers have asked me to, next week I'll make a video on the neighborhoods of Paris where you should not stay, or even just set foot. Don't hesitate to subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified of this next video. Thanks for watching, goodbye, and see you soon on Paris Top Tips.